Is your portfolio too conservative? This is something we hear a lot in the industry, and in today's video, I'm going to break down why your portfolio might be too conservative, some key things that might make you realize it's too conservative, and what you can do if you think it is too conservative. Now, straight away, if you've typed this in and you found this video yourself, there probably is a very large chance your portfolio is too conservative. But if we zoom out and we look at all investors through all age groups, there is unfortunately a huge misconception of risk when it comes to investors, and the majority of people, the large majority of people, are not taking anywhere near enough equity risk that they should be for that age or demographic. For me personally, anybody in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and potentially even 50s with a UK pension asset which holds a large or a significant partial part of bonds or fixed interest is absolute madness. Let's remember, with a UK pension pot, you physically cannot access the money until 57 from 2028. So if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you quite literally have some decades to go before you can reach that money. So obviously, long-term trend of equity markets has massively outperformed the long-term trend of the bond markets. Now, if you're 5 years away from retirement, say you're 52 and you plan to take money at 57, okay, having an element of bond exposure can make sense. But again, you have to ask yourself, people need to get away from this mindset that, oh, I'm retired, now I need to pack up my risk, go home and sit at home and take my income. It's bonkers. It's how the industry has worked in the UK for such a long period of time. All these lifestyling funds, I think that's absolute rubbish. Financial planning should be done on your individual situation. For example, say you're going to retire on your 57th birthday. Your pension pot is worth $500,000 and you're planning to draw down £20,000 per annum until you reach your state retirement age, and then you're going to reduce your drawdown. So at 57, out of the $500,000, you need to access £20,000, right? That's 4% of the pension pot. Does that mean that with your pension pot, you need to now start taking less risk because 4% of it you need to draw down? No, not in my opinion. Your pension pot could last for decades and decades past your 57th birthday. You may even want to pass it on to your beneficiaries. Maybe less appealing now that UK pensions form part of UK IHT from 2027. But the point is, your money is going to stay invested for a very long period of time. The majority of clients, when they join Cameron James, I don't know why it is psychologically, most investors come out as a balanced, right? But the majority of our clients, once they've been balanced with us for a year or two, at the beginning, when they're transferring a pension, they're thinking, oh God, what am I doing? Can I trust these guys? What's happening? Okay, I'm going to go ahead with it. After a year or two, they're like, oh, okay, it works. I see the growth. And then you say to them, this is our balance. This is also our balance of ventures. This is also our ventures portfolio. These take on more equity risk, but these are the returns. Obviously, we explain the risks and the possible downsides to them as well. And a lot of clients eventually increase their risk profile. But yes, so to answer in short, I would say the majority of people are too conservative in their portfolios. Some key signs that you need to look out for yourself. If you're not even keeping pace with inflation, right? Now, there's inflation that the government publishes, but there's also inflation in your life. What do? Do you drive a car? Do you not drive a car? Where are you renting in the world? What is your real inflation? Have a think about it. And also, if you're quite young and you have a large proportion of bond or fixed interest holdings, you're probably too conservative as well. If you are looking to change your portfolio, get in touch and send us your valuation statement. You can book a day and a time that's suitable for yourself below. Attach a PDF of your valuation statement. We will go through a full risk profile as part of our client profile, understand what your attitude to risk is, but also what your capacity for loss is. Say, for example, you could have a client who comes out as conservative or balanced on the risk profile, but their capacity for loss is actually extremely high. Maybe they have £500,000 in a GIA and they're worth 5 million. Their capacity for loss on that 500,000 is extremely high. Our advice might well be to them, okay, you're a balanced investor, but we believe you can take an adventurous risk profile on this money. Again, explaining the caveats to them of having a high equity rating. And just to go through that with you now quickly, effectively, holding more equity and being more adventurous simply means over the course of time, you are likely to have a higher level of return, but there will be more volatility along the way. There will be more peaks, there will be more troughs, but the long-term outcome is statistically proven that you will, or you should have, I should say, a larger amount of money in retirement based on the past 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years worth of data, we would need the entire market and economy to do a reversal on what it's done throughout the whole of history and to somehow go down and stay down. Now, people will say, yeah, well, what about market crashes? Yeah, look at this year. Trump, stock market tariff, big crash, but any investors who just rode it out, then now portfolios will actually be higher as long as they're in a diversified, globally invested portfolio. All of our clients here at Cameron James, we only had one client who instructed us to sell down during the Trump tariff, despite our best intentions to get him to not to. But all other clients remain invested and their portfolios are now higher. But of course, if that would keep you up at night, and if you saw a 15 or a 20% market drop in your portfolio when something's going on in the world, if you think you would panic and you think you would hit the sell button, then maybe you are better staying in a more conservative portfolio. I hope it's been a useful video for you today. And as always, take care with your UK pension assets.